Hi everyone, this is CNA Gupta. I welcome you all on this channel, and today we are discussing about a very interesting topic or a very common questions that we are getting these days, and that is it right time to file our ITR? So before proceeding further, I have two requests. One is, if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe it so that you will get all the notifications, and also press the bell icon. And the second request is, if you have any topic on which you want me to shoot a video, so kindly mention in the comment section so that I can choose the topic and can create a video on it. So now let's start this video. Is it right time to file our ITR? Then what will be the reply? I mean, like, we are living in the democratic country, we can file our ITR whenever we want, isn't it? No. We should file our ITR in that manner where we can minimize the chances to get the notice, and also our ITR should be perfect. So for that thing I made this video, and I divided this video in 4 parts. First part, we'll understand what is TDS. In the second part, we'll understand what are the Form 16 and what are the role of Form 16. In the third part, we'll understand what is 26AS. And in the fourth part, obviously that is a conclusion where I will let you know that is it right time to file your ITR? So let's start. So let's come to our first question. What is TDS? Income tax deducted from the money at the time of making specified payment, for example salary, professional fees and so on, will be considered as a TDS. So I hope I am clear here that TDS is the payment, the income tax that someone is deducting at the time of making the payment is the TDS amount that is also obviously deposit on your PAN number through TDS returns. Now let's understand Form 16. Now before that, you must have a query that if TDS been deducted, then what will be the TDS certificate? What will be the proof that our TDS is deducted? Then these Form 16s are the proof that your TDS is deducted, and that are the TDS certificate. So Form 16 is basically a TDS certificate. Now we have 4 types of Form 16. One is Form 16 that you already know, that is TDS certificate on salary. I'm not going in details on the Form 16. I think most of the people are aware about Form 16. Second is Form 16A. Third is Form 16B, and the fourth is Form 16C. So there are various types of Form 16. Form 16 is already clear. Now let's discuss about Form 16A. So Form 16A is the TDS certificate that is provided on the occasion of other than salary. For example, bank interest. Usually it is provided in a bank interest, or let's say professional services, etc. What is Form 16B? So Form 16B is the TDS certificate that is provided at the time of TDS deduction on the sale of the property. Now let's come to the Form 16C. Form 16C is the TDS certificate that is provided at the time of TDS deduction on rent of the property. So I think all of the Form 16s are clear here. Now let's understand what is Form 26AS. Whenever you are filing any ITR, you have to check Form 16. No matter what, you cannot skip this part. Mark my word here, whenever you are filing any ITR, you have to consider this Form 26AS. You have to check it out. Although chances are there that there is no tax deduction, but it is your duty, if you are filing your ITR, you have to check your Form 26AS also. Now you must be thinking that why 26AS is that much important. So let's understand that why this is important and what is the role of Form 26AS. First and the foremost important part of the 26AS is it is providing the TDS details. That is the information about the TDS that the deductors are deducting. You can get that information from 26AS also, apart from Form 16s. Second important point is detailed of refund received by the assessee during that tax period for which you are filing your ITR. So if any refund is there, so you can consider it, obviously any interest can be there. So that is pretty much important here. If any refund part is there, then obviously interest on refund can also be there. So you can trace that information from 26AS. Third and important point is advance tax and self-assessment tax paid by a taxpayer can also be checked through Form 26AS. Next important point is details of tax collected by the taxpayers can also be checked through this Form 26AS. Next point is details of tax collected by the collectors can also be checked through this Form 26AS. Very important point. Details of high value transactions, for example shares, mutual fund and etc., can also be tracked through Form 26AS. And the last and final important point is regular tax assessment that is paid by the taxpayer can also be checked through Form 26AS. So that's why these are the reason that Form 26AS is very much important and you need to check it out before filing your ITR. Let's come to our main point, that is it right time to file our ITR for the financial year 2021? My opinion is due date for filing TDS return is 31st May, as you already know that, and usually or it can be extended. Let's take an example of the last year. For the financial 19-20, the date was extended to 31st July 2021 due to COVID situation. So if any TDS liability is there, I mean if any TDS was deducted on the taxpayer for whom you are filing the ITR, then you cannot file the ITR before the 26th updation. If you are doing so, let's say you have the details of the TDS deducted and you are manually entering into the ITR, because 26AS is not updated, so you cannot take it through online. Your pre-filled form will not be ready as per 26AS because entry is not there in 26AS. Then you have to do it manually. But what will happen if your ITR is processed before the TDS is actually reflected in the ITR or in the Form 26AS? In that case, your ITR will be mismatched because TDS will be mismatched. So I would suggest you that if any TDS liability is there, you have to wait at least for till 31st May, and after that you have to check your 26AS that if entries are there, then only you have to proceed further for the ITR. If it's still not there, you have to further wait for the Form 26AS so that it can be updated and you can proceed with your ITR. And also, if you don't have any TDS, you have a simple income source where no TDS liability is there, then you can file your ITR. But in that case, you have to be 100% sure there is no TDS liability at all. Your TDS was not deducted by any person at any point of time during that financial year. Then only you can go ahead with your ITR filing. And if you have any further query, you can ask me in the comment box. And also, if you like this video, please subscribe for my channel. Share this video with everyone who need to file their ITR, so that they will also understand that what is the right time to file their ITR. And let's meet in the next video. Thank you. Bye.